I'm ready. Cocaine Bear, released a couple of weekends ago in 2023 and is directed by Elizabeth Banks, who has also directed such films like Pitch Perfect 2 and Charlie's Angels. And this film is starring Kerry Russell, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Christian Convery, Alden Ehrenreich, Brooklyn Prince, Isaiah Whitlock Jr., Margot Martindale, and the late Ray Liotta. And this film was shot in late 2021, and Liotta passed away in May of 2022, so this is one of the last things that he ever shot and he ever performed in, which it was very jarring actually see him on screen. I didn't know he was in this, so seeing him I was like, oh wow, you're no longer with us. Wow, this is weird. At first I was like, oh, is it the cocaine in my brain? Or no, you're actually there. Whoa, cocaine's a hell of a drug. A large shipment of cocaine stuffed in duffel bags is dumped from an airplane over a national park. However, things go wrong with the dumping, and the cocaine finds its way into the mouth of a wild black bear. So the movie is about a black bear who is just high on cocaine, and chaos ensues. And that's really all you need to know about this movie. When the trailers hit, everyone loved the trailers and was so excited for this movie because you know what you're getting with it. It's a movie called Cocaine Bear about a bear that ingests 75 kilograms of cocaine. And yeah, he's just gonna go around and terrorize everybody. Yeah, we know what movie this is. I could give you all the backstory of all of these side characters and human characters that we see in this movie, but you don't really care. I didn't really care. It's all generic stuff. A mom is looking for her daughter. We have some drug dealers trying to get the shipment and a cop trying to take them down. But again, you don't care. You don't care about that. You just want to see some bear mauling. Which, don't say those words around Leonardo DiCaprio, because he'll start freaking out. And right away, this movie knows exactly what it is. And I like movies that know how ridiculous they are and they play into it, and they're self-aware. The movies that are self-aware are a much better time viewing for an audience member than, say, a movie with this plotline that's trying to take itself way too seriously. It ain't trying to take itself seriously at all. It knows that we're in for a fun-ass time for an hour and a half. And kudos to Elizabeth Banks for leaning into that side of this story. There's a certain number of directors who would take the story and try to make it into a suspenseful thriller that everyone's going to start taking seriously. And Banks doesn't do that here. She plays into it. I'm getting a lot of sense of like Wet Hot American Summer, which she was a part of, the original movie, and then the Netflix movies and TV shows. This movie even starts with the opening song from Wet Hot American Summer, just the whole about a bunch of camp counselors having fun, drinking, doing drugs, and having sex with each other. That's basically what this movie is. It's Wet Hot American Summer, but with bears. Now, even though this movie knows what it is and it's not taking itself too seriously, I do feel that there are several tonal shifts in this movie where they're like three different movies combined into one. We have the human stories where they're trying to do dramatic character arcs and relationship building, and then all of a sudden it's a police drama and crime investigation, and then it's also a monster movie like Jaws or Jurassic Park. And I don't feel all of them mix entirely well together. And the movie doesn't feel innovative at all. It feels like it's just kind of rinse and repeat from any stereotypical monster movie. That it's basically, even though the film and the posters and the trailer were hilarious and they were great, when you get into the actual movie, though, it's like, oh, I've seen this movie before. I've seen all of these beats before, and I'm just getting bored, and I hate getting bored in my movies. And my enjoyment level, when we started from the initial, like, oh yeah, this is hilarious, it just started decreasing as the movie went along, being like, oh, yeah. I should have seen this coming. The CGI for the bear, I think, is pretty good for the most part. There are certain times where the bear moved a little bit faster or not so natural as they would in real life, and you can definitely tell that this movie only had a set budget because in one of the first bear attacks, we have everyone looking for the kids out in the woods, and the bear is basically Jaws, where Jaws doesn't come up above the water at all. We just see this guy being pulled away into the long grass. And then we cut over to Kerry Russell, who's looking at the thing, and we see her reaction of going, oh my god, oh, that's gross. And we hear the sound effects off to the side, but we don't see anything. We don't see any of the mauling. I'm going, okay, yeah, I know where the budget for this movie ended. It's simple camera tricks like that I go, okay, that's fine. But again, I've seen it all before, so, you know, it's just turned out to be an everyday type movie that could have been direct-to-DVD sequel, but they put a little bit more advertising behind this for a theatrical release. So congratulations, Cocaine Bear. You made it to theaters. You should be proud of yourself. It is fun at points. It gets boring after a while, and you get to the point where you realize, like, well, it's just a bear. It's not like a monster at all who's wreaking havoc or is out to eat everyone. It's just a bear. Just living his life. I should say her life. It turned out that it was a female bear, so I should get my pronouns correctly with the bear. I'm sorry, it's been a she this whole time. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna give Cocaine Bear 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
So guys, if you've seen Cocaine Bear, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you all the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.